Andrew Bell's been on the conference floor of the PDAC Mineral Exploration and Mining Convention for the last couple of days, and now he's standing by with the CEO of FPX Nickel. Andy.
Hey, thanks a lot. Martin Turenne joins us now. He is the boss of FPX Nickel, which wants to mine a highly unusual nickel deposit in BC. Martin, thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it.
I think we can, you're sort of in the middle of BC there. Could you point it out to us there?
Sure. The Baptiste Nickel project is
Baptiste Nickel.
Right.
And what's unusual about this one? The mineral has not been mined on a large scale before?
That's right. The target nickel mineral here is called awaroite. Canada's known for sulfide nickel.
Yeah.
Indonesia's known for laterite nickel. This is a third new novel form of nickel mineral that we believe is far easier to extract and produces a much cleaner, higher grade concentrate product than is typical for Canada.
And it's easier because it's hosted within magnetic rock, or there's a lot of iron there, so you can use magnets?
The mineral itself, awaroite, is highly magnetic. It's an order of magnitude more magnetic than magnetite, which allows us to use magnetic separation to recover the mineral from the non-magnetic rock in which it lives. And that makes a much cleaner process, far less chemical intensive. There's also no sulfur or acid associated with the deposit, which also has environmental benefits from a waste and tailings standpoint.
You're still at a fairly early stage. You haven't done a feasibility study yet?
We've done a preliminary feasibility study, and we're now in the early stages of working on a feasibility, which we expect to complete in the next couple of years. We've also just entered the environmental assessment process, so that has both a provincial and a federal dimension. So we kicked that off in early January.
What's the capital costs roughly of the project, do you think?
Yeah, preliminary feasibility study estimated capital costs of $2.2 billion US. So this is a large-scale project, but with that comes average annual EBITDA in the range of $500 million US per year over a 30-year mine life. So think of it as a big sort of almost porphyry style project, if you want to look at analogies in the copper space.
Is it underground or open pit?
It'll be an open pit deposit. The deposit outcrops in several areas. It'll be a large tonnage, bulk tonnage operation with a very low strip ratio, well below 1-to-1.
And you have attracted some big investors, including Sumitomo Metals?
That's right. So Sumitomo Metal Mining is a 9.9% shareholder. They're Japan's largest mining company and also one of the largest nickel producers in the world. We also have Outokumpu, which is a Finnish company. They are Europe's largest stainless steel company. Both of those companies have obtained certain offtake rights associated with eventual production from the project. We have a third corporate investor, but it's a bit of a mystery investor in that they wish to remain confidential at this time.
I see. Yeah. So how would you get the concentrate out? You would ship it out, but how would you get it to the coast?
Yeah, the advantage here is that we're producing a 60% nickel concentrate.
Right.
Typical sulfide nickel concentrates are only about 10 to 12% nickel, so this is 5 to 6 times the nickel content. So our plan is to ship the product by truck to Prince George, put it on rail to get it out to the port of Prince Rupert on the west coast of Canada, which then gives us great access likely to end markets in Japan, Korea, but then also potentially down into the United States as well.
But Finland wants it.
That's right.
Where are their stainless steel plants?
So they do have stainless steel plants in southeastern United States and in Europe as well. And again, given the high grade nature of the concentrate, the shipping costs to get to Europe are not prohibitive.
So they bring it round by the Panama Canal or something?
Yeah, they could, or we could go eastward on rail as well out to St. Lawrence.
Oh, I see. Yeah, then ship it over the Atlantic. Yeah.
That's right.
So you are on Indigenous land there, and you think you could be dealing with up to 8 Indigenous communities?
That's right. So as part of the initial project description, which we've just submitted to kick off the EA process, we've done pre-engagement over a number of years with up to 8 First Nations that we in the provincial government have identified as being potentially impacted. So during this IPD period, this comment period that we're in right now, it provides nations the ability to put their hands up and to say, we want to be participating Indigenous nations in the process. Again, we believe there will be up to 8 of those nations involved, and we're very happy to be able to work with them in genuine partnership to advance the project.
Why are there so many Indigenous nations involved if it's just one piece of land?
Yeah, so you have the concept in BC of overlapping traditional territories among nations, between neighboring nations. This is something this is navigated very commonly. That is the case for the Mount Milligan mine, which is the closest mine to us. It's about 80 kilometers away.
Yeah.
Also the Blackwater gold mine, BC's largest, newest gold mine. Similar situation there where you have multiple nations at play. It's something that our team members are very comfortable with.
Now, you're a financial guy, you're a CPA. How did you come to be heading up a nickel company?
Yeah, so I worked with KPMG in the early part of my career, and then with a large chemical company, a Canadian company, Methanex. Came into the mining industry as a consultant, really knew nothing about the sector, but it is, and I think you probably would find this from most people walking the floor here, it's an addictive industry. The volatility scares some off, but it represents, I think, huge risk or huge opportunity for people who can bear that risk.
Right, and so you were consulting for FPX Nickel? I
was consulting, and then I became the chief financial officer, and I've been the CEO now for the last 10 years.
What do you think, $6 billion, what was the capital cost?
Just over $2 billion.
I'm sorry, $2 billion. I was thinking of KSM, the Seabridge Gold Project there, sorry, $2 billion US. So it's a fair amount of money. Do you have, it's early days, but some kind of equity you'll need to raise, I guess?
We're very clear. We believe ultimately this project, when it comes to fruition, will sit in the hands of a major mining company, likely with a minority partner, likely to be potentially from Japan or Korea, countries that are quite accustomed to wanting minority stakes in projects to get offtake rights. They can bring project finance to the table, and then you would have an established mine operator who's accustomed to operating large open pit projects in Canada.
So ultimately, you don't think you'll be the operator?
No, I think it's the classic junior mining story. We've discovered it, we're advancing it, developing it, but I think when we get to an M&A cycle for nickel assets, we're realistic about what our role is at that point.
Martin, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, Andrew.
Martin Turenne is CEO of FPX Nickel. It's live from PDAC, BNN Bloomberg. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much for that, Andy. Coming up,